So let's discuss how do Mendel's experiments show that traits may be dominant or recessive. When Mendel first crossed pure tall plants, he found that only tall plants produced in the first generation, that is also known as F1 generation. No dwarf pea plant were obtained in the first generation of the progeny. So there was no dwarf plant, all were tall. But when F1 plants were self-pollinated, Mendel got tall and dwarf plant in F2 generation in the ratio 3:1, which was told to you in your previous class. So 3 tall is to 1 dwarf. After generation, 3/4 plants were tall and 1/4 were dwarf. Mendel called this character as dominant trait and dwarf character as recessive trait. These may depend on identical or different depending on the percentage. So over here you can see that if it is small y, it is homozygous. If it is capital Y, it is homozygous. But the one you can see who is dancing is with capital Y and small y. It is heterozygous. These terms are very, very important. So heterozygous is mixture of capital and small traits. Whereas homozygous you can see small y and capital Y. Now next, what happens when pea plants showing two different characteristics rather than just one are bred with each other? What do the progeny of tall plant with round seeds and a short plant with wrinkled seeds look like? They are all tall and have round seeds. Tallness and round seeds are the dominant traits. Here, children, you must know what are dominant traits and what are recessive traits. So, dominant traits are the traits which are seen in maximum population, whereas recessive traits are the traits which are not seen in maximum population. So, what happens when this tallness F1 progeny are used to generate F2 progeny by self-pollination? A Mendelian experiment will find that some F2 progeny are tall plants with round seeds and some were short plants with wrinkled seeds. However, there would also be some F2 progeny that showed new mixtures. Some of them would be tall but have wrinkled seeds, while others would be short but have round seeds. Thus, the tall, short trait and the round seed, wrinkled seed are traits independently inherited. So, these traits are independently inherited.